Hello there, I'm Kios, Ronin Beatmaker, and welcome to Ronin Art and Music, home to Ronin Music, Lounge Ronin, all things, everything, the Monday Mindset Rants, and Ronin Reviews. We strive to make holistic and authentic content that aims to improve your individuality, mental fortitude, and peace of mind. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Stay positive, stay focused, stay true, and much love. Now, back to the show. What's good, y'all? It's your host, Kios Saronin Beatmaker, here with another episode of Lounge Ronin, all things, everything. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And on this episode, we're going to discuss I am a very successful internet catfish. Well, boys, should this be considered illegal? Ask yourselves this on your next date. Before you go on your next date. This article was written by Adriana Diaz, published December 20th, 2024. Chloe Waters, a Canadian influencer, has gone viral after sharing her secret to looking photoshopped, allowing her to reel in countless unsuspecting suitors. This is how I face my tapes. Waters often gets attention for shocking difference between her before and after looks, and says she doesn't mind being called a catfish. I am known as one of the biggest catfishes on the internet, Waters boasted. Well, I'm sure that a majority of Instagram models would probably give you a run for your money. But I think it's already a bit concerning that she's proud of the fact that she lies on a regular basis. And then that's what she's known for. Man, Western civilization, their moral goals are completely eroded. It's disgusting. What's this? In a recent video that racked up 6.6 million views, Waters showed off the transparent face tape that's responsible for her flawless transformation. Oh, can't believe I missed it in my highlights. Quote, I like to use face tapes and makeup to alter my appearance, to look a little bit more youthful, she said. When strategically placed, the tape lifts her cheeks and smooths out wrinkles, giving her a more youthful and sculptured appearance. It's almost like Photoshop in real life, she explained, showing her followers how it's done. Okay, so this woman, she must be in her 30s then. She must be in her late 30s. I'm looking at her here. She looks like she in her late 30s. She look a little rough. I mean, with the way Canada's been going right now, I'm not surprised. It's rough up there. It's rough up there for Canadians, man. They going through it right now. You stub your toe? Well, hey, we'll pay for you to suicide yourself. Oh, you don't want to listen to what we got to say? Oh, we'll just lock you up in prison. It's getting wild in Canada. So I can imagine for her, she's looking stressed. I mean, I don't think her priorities are in the right place, but, what do I know? This is, Anyways, let's continue. Yes, face taping involves pulling the skin on the cheeks and applying multiple pieces of tape. Now, it's already weird that she's trying to look like young, but we'll get into that. So this is her, okay? This is what she really looks like. This is her. This is her authentic self, Okay, what you see in front of you, this is her authentic self. Okay? Now we scroll down a little bit. That is her false self. That's not really who she is, or who she really looks like, I should say. Okay? I want you to take a look at that. Look at her. Does that look like the same person up here? Do they look the same to you? Look at her nose, even her nose. Look, this girl, she got a nose like a Who. You ever seen, the Who from the Grinch? She got a nose like the Who. Like, this girl looked like she's straight up from Whoville. But being from Canada, it kind of makes sense. Close to being up to where Santa be living. So, you look at that, you go from a Who to, damn, who that? You go from the Who to, damn, who that? She also uses a smaller piece of tape on her jawline to enhance her facial contour. The result is a lifted, wrinkle-free look. This is concerning to me. I'm not even gonna lie. This is disturbing. These are two completely different people. She even gave herself a bit of a butt chin in this one. It seems like, do men find girls with butt chins attractive? Men find girls with butt chins attractive. They find a girl with an extra crack to wash attractive. That's concerning, but whatever. Yeah. I'm just looking at her, like, and it's just crazy to me. Two completely different people. She even filled out her eyebrows. Look at her eyebrows and her authentic self. Barely there. Barely there. And then you go over to her false self. She got these thick ass beautiful eyebrows. Let's go back up. What else? What else? Look, she got no eyelashes. She got no eyelashes. None. You go down to this one. Look at them gorgeous eyelashes. Make you want to. Those are the kind of eyelashes you want her to tickle you on the chest right before she goes down on you. Look at this. There was a man. I want to see if I can find it. There was a man who divorced his wife because he saw her without her makeup on. I don't know if it was true. This happened in Africa. He saw her without her makeup on. Yeah, okay, here. That's so funny that Google had it as a second thing. Okay, here, let me see. Okay, the Economic Times. Let's see what they got. I'm gonna have to pull this up for you guys so you guys can see this. But this really happened. This really happened. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up for you guys because this legitimately happened. It's so crazy that this happened. But let me get this prepped and ready. Real quick. Let me get this prepped and ready. But while I get that ready, like, this is why when it comes to, even like I said, the Instagram models, like, so much of that is so heavily photoshopped that you don't even know if that's really what she looks like. And that is one of the largest concerns that I've had. When, there you go, look at the title. Told you, it's crazy. This really happened. It's crazy. But this is a concern. This is a serious concern that I think women don't realize that really can affect men. Because, you take it with this girl, Chloe, all right, and her grifting ass. She's using this to like woo dates. Like, look at that. All right, if you were to match with her on Tinder or Hinge or Bumble or whatever, any of those things, if you were to meet that girl on the street, you'd be pulling out all the stops to get her number. But if you met that girl on the street, you'd be pulling all the stops to avoid her. So this is crazy to me. Look at that. I don't even know if the body's the same. God damn. So the clever Canuck then hides the tape with her hair and finishes off her routine with makeup. The influencer also showed off how she makes her lips appear more plump, using her tongue to push out her bottom lip for a fuller pout. Quote, "This is how I catfish," she said at the end of the video. So this girl, yeah, you know what? I didn't even catch it on the lips. Look at her. Look at her. She got regular basic lips. Standard issue. She got, standard issue white lips. And then she coming over here with them Latino lips. What is this? What? She's using her tongue? She's literally pushing her tongue out to give her a fuller pout. This is crazy. So you go on a date with the false self. She's just not going to talk? Was she going to be telepathic? Is that another one of her secret powers? Besides catfishing men, she's telepathic? Jesus. This is crazy. Waters isn't the only one to have to discover the secret of face taping, a beauty hack that's been touted by many influencers as a cheap alternative to Botox. So are you telling me you got women out there walking around taping their face up to make them look younger and less wrinkly? Is that really going on? So hold on a second here. Wait a minute. So you're going out there with your face taped up, stretched back, looking like Amanda Bynes. And you're going on dates like that? What happens when you start getting intimate? The sweat, that tape's gonna come off. Your skin's gonna whip out and smack that man in the face. Oh my God. This isn't men's fault. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna blame feminism on this shit. Because this is not, men did not do this to women. We didn't do this to women. We didn't ask for women to start taping their faces back. No man asked for that. According to Mississippi-based dermatologist Dr. Lindsay Zerbrinsky, also known on TikTok. Who cares about your TikTok? Anyways, taping your face to prevent wrinkles can actually... I don't care about your TikTok. Anyways, taping your face to prevent wrinkles can actually work, but only temporary. No. You think? Well, you know what? Given this state of the world that we live in, I should not hate on her for actually having to remind people that. Because recently, the sex worker who slept with 639 people, she just learned that you can get HIV through sex. She didn't know that. So I get it. You're going to have to tell these people now because they're dumb as fuck. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my sweet baby Jesus. This is crazy. Look at her. You wouldn't know, but this bitch got her face taped up. Like she that dude from Sin City. This is concerning to me, and it's really weird. We get it. Face taping, all of this, we get it. Botox, we know. We've seen what Botox done. We don't need to learn about it. Jeez Louise. But, this is really concerning to me because this is, I would say this. Plastic surgery is more of a concern than these makeup chicks who be hiding how their authentic self. You got these girls who are, fives and sixes, dolling themselves up looking like 7 and 8s. But then when you wake up next to them, you think you're waking up to a gargoyle or Smeagol. But, this is concerning because especially when it comes to plastic surgery, because, you'll see these girls who'll get nose work done, right? And that's the one that really freaks me out. Is like you'll have girls that'll get nose work done. And then let's say they don't tell their significant other, they get married and they end up having a kid. Right? And that dude, he's got a standard issue nose, right? She's got herself a peacock of a nose, right? Kind of like from Seinfeld. And he's looking at his kids. He's looking at his family. He's like, well, man, none of us. He's looking at his kid's nose, right? He's like, man, this boy's got a nose bigger than Mount St. Helens. He's looking at this and he's like, well, that's weird. He's looking at his side of the family like, we ain't got no noses like that. He looks on his girl's side. He notices a couple people have that kind of big of a nose. Not everyone. But then he's like, wait a minute. He starts noticing a pattern like the dad has it. Brother doesn't. And then he asks her, hey, did you ever get any work done on your face? He's like, oh yeah, I got my nose done. And then he finds out, wait a minute. So my kid now is going to be walking around with a toucan nose. And you didn't tell me that you had that from the get-go? Like, that's concerning. That's concerning to me. And vice versa if a man does the same thing. But it's just something that I think is really concerning and can cause some real issues in marriages and the identity of kids. But let's get to this article. Let's get to this article. Oh, okay, it's just got a weird thing. Anyways, let's read this one because I want to read this one as well. What the? That is not the article. What in the heck? That is not the article. Let me pull it up. Sorry about that. But we have to really, women, especially for women, like you really gotta tame it down when it comes to the makeup stuff, because it's getting really concerning. Why is it not pulling up? Okay, weird. I don't know why it's not pulling up. But I'll just read it to you guys. And I'll put it down in the description. Bizarre. Dubai man divorces wife after seeing her first time without makeup. A newlywed man in the UAE has discovered his wife saying he could not recognize her when he saw her natural face for the first time after her makeup got washed off when she went swimming. The Arab couple excuse me. The Arab couple went swimming at the Al Manzar Beach in Sharjah in the UAE after the 34-year-old man saw his 28-year-old wife's features change as her makeup washed off, said a psychologist who counseled the unidentified woman. The husband believed she did not look as pretty as before the wedding and accused her of deceiving him by using so many cosmetics, including fake eyelashes, the Gulf News reported. Dr. Aziz Asaf, consultant psychologist, said his clinic received a request from the woman to help her overcome the psychological suffering after her divorce. The groom said he could not recognize his wife after the makeup was gone. The bride wore artificial eyelashes and had undergone cosmetic surgeries before the marriage. The bride said she intended to tell her husband the truth about her, but it was too late, Dr. Asaf said. The groom immediately divorced his bride and refused any attempt to reunite them again, he said. Crazy. I want to read some of the parts again to you. The groom said he could not recognize his wife after the makeup was gone. The bride wore artificial eyelashes and had undergone cosmetic surgeries before the marriage. The bride said she intended to tell her husband the truth about her, but it was too late. So, like, what does that mean? Like, I don't has that hasn't happened here in the United States. This happened in the UAE. But the reason why I wanted to bring this article up as well, because this is also a serious concern. All right, she's lucky because in the Middle East, she's lucky because women do not have the exact same freedoms as they do in the West. She's lucky that all he did was divorce her. He could have beat the brakes off of her if he really wanted to, and then still divorce her. But this is the issue that I don't think women realize can cause everyone emotional and psychological damage. All right? For her, how does she move forward as a woman? How does she find someone to actually be with her when she's lying to herself about who she really is and has changed she has changed herself cosmetically. So now she has to spend the rest of her life dealing with that identity crisis because the man that she was destined to marry left her because he couldn't recognize her. How is she supposed to move forward with that, knowing full well what she's done? How is she supposed to? For him, he's going to have some serious trust issues when it comes to women. He's going to demand that you show up with no makeup on the date. I mean, and that, I guess, is a little bit easier for him to manage. But for her, she changed her face. We don't know the extent of the changes that were made. But still. This is what I mean, ladies. Like, you cannot do this. It is not good. I mean, in here, it's like we haven't had a situation like that happen here yet. But let me tell you, man, if that happens here in the U.S. or in any of the Western countries, but it's primarily in the U.S., if something like this happens, it's going to set a very, very interesting precedent for the culture, especially for women. Because I think if that were to happen in the US and it became it went viral. Like you had all the main people talking about it on their shows, what have you. You'll then have men really starting to question things and question women and their cosmetics. There's a reason why, like, men tend to go for the women who tend to settle down with women who don't wear a lot of makeup. Because the woman that you are going to sleep with is the same woman you're waking up with. And that was not going to be the case for that Arab couple, especially for the man. So it makes sense that he would leave because the woman that he was meant to marry was not the same woman. And that's why, especially with these Instagram chicks, like, you can doll yourself up, you can Photoshop the hell out of yourself. But if you meet the guy of your dreams that way, and he sees how you really look without all the makeup and Photoshop, what makes you think he's going to stay? You can hope. Especially if you lied to him. I mean, that woman, this Arab woman, she lied. And see how selfish she was? She wasn't even going to tell him until like after they got married. Either that or she forgot or she didn't really think it'd be that big of an issue. I don't know. We don't know. But all I know is that this makeup stuff is having such a real bad issue when it comes to women. Because you women will doll yourselves up to such an extent that you don't even look like the girl that men end up being with. And then they start wondering what the hell happened. I remember, I'm not going to like search for it right now. But what was it, Jubilee? I don't remember what. Maybe it was Jubilee. But they did a video, right? They had a video with, and they were talking to this girl, very pretty girl. And she talked about how, when she would go on dates with guys, and if she ended up spending the night, she would make sure to wake up before him to then put on her makeup. So that way when he woke up, she looked exactly like how she appeared when they first met. That's crazy. What happens if she oversleeps next time and forgets? And then he wakes up and he sees her. Let's hope he's got a good temper. But, ladies, you really got to start really reassessing how much makeup you want to apply on yourselves and how much you want to lie to guys about your looks. Guys can't lie about their height. I mean, now they're getting cosmetic surgeries for their height, but that's fucking pathetic. But I don't know. This is just crazy to me, and I really hope that the culture can fix itself out because this stuff is just getting way out of hand. Ladies, do better. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lounge Ronin. All things, everything. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And until next time, stay positive, stay focused, stay true, and much love.